Stars of all shapes and sizes twinkled and shimmered, falling from the heavens to land softly in the meadows and forests below. It was larger and more radiant than any Flicker had seen before. Flicker felt a pang of sympathy for the fallen celestial body. Being stuck so far from home must be terrifying. And although Flicker was just a little fox, he knew he had to help. "Don't worry," he squeaked, his voice trembling slightly. "I'll help you get home." It shared stories of magical pathways hidden within the forest, paths that could lead the lost star back to the heavens. The first part of their journey took them to a babbling brook adorned with flowers and buzzing with dragonflies. A group of deer with gentle eyes and graceful steps guided them through moonlit glades, while playful otters with sleek, glossy fur helped them navigate a rushing waterfall. Before them lay a vast meadow bathed in the silver glow of moonlight. In the distance, Flicker could see the familiar twinkle of stars in the night sky. They swirled and danced around Luna, their combined light creating a dazzling display of celestial joy. Realizing that it was time to part ways, Flicker dipped his head in farewell. They had watched as Flicker, a small yet courageous fox, had befriended a lost star and guided her back to the heavens. From that day forward, Flicker was no longer known as the small, insignificant fox. Instead, he became Flicker the Brave, a hero whose deeds echoed through the Whisperwood, inspiring all who heard his tale. And whenever the animals of the forest saw a falling star, they knew that even the smallest among them could accomplish extraordinary things. "Go now, little star," he whispered, his voice filled with emotion. "Your light will guide you home." With renewed hope, he turned to Luna, who was now radiant and whole, her light illuminating the path ahead. As she gained altitude, her light grew brighter, piercing the darkness and illuminating the path for her return. Then, just as suddenly as she had appeared, Luna was gone, disappearing into the vast expanse of the night sky. All the while, Luna marveled at the beauty of the forest and the generosity of its inhabitants. Flicker knew he had to say goodbye to his new friend. He had guided her back to the edge of the forest, and now it was up to her to rejoin her celestial family. With a heavy heart, Flicker approached the edge of the meadow and looked up at Luna, who was preparing to take flight. She learned that even the smallest creatures possessed immense strength and courage. The brook, delighted to have visitors, offered to carry Luna across its flowing waters. However, it warned that the current was strong and without proper balance, one could easily tip over. Understanding the importance of equilibrium, Flicker steadied himself and carefully helped Luna cross to the other side. The grateful star beamed at Flicker, her light intensifying for a moment before dimming again. The brambles reached out like grasping claws, making passage nearly impossible. Just when Flicker began to lose hope, a family of hedgehogs approached, offering their prickly backs as mounts. Riding the hedgehogs through the thicket, Flicker and Luna emerged on the other side, grateful for the prickly creature's assistance. She explained that the forest was uncharted territory for her, and she feared venturing into the unknown alone. Overcoming his shyness, Flicker offered to guide her through the woods, promising to protect her from any harm. Together, the unlikely duo set off into the forest, their friendship blossoming amidst the tall trees and rustling leaves. Gathering his courage, he approached the star and gently nudged it with his nose. To his astonishment, the star shimmered, its light flickering like a candle in the wind. With a start, Flicker realized that the fallen star was alive. A tiny creature with wings like spun moonlight and a face etched with worry. As the little fox watched in awe, the star suddenly veered off course, plummeting toward the whispering woods at an alarming speed. Before the astounded onlookers could comprehend what was happening, the star landed with a gentle thud just beyond the forest's edge. As they journeyed deeper into the woods, Luna noticed something peculiar. Every so often, The trees surrounding them would rustle in what appeared to be greeting. Startled, Luna hid behind Flicker, her tiny form trembling. Suddenly, an ancient oak tree with gnarled branches and moss-covered roots emerged from the foliage. Its leaves whispered greetings, their voices soft yet full of warmth. Reassured by the tree's friendly demeanor, Luna peeked out from behind Flicker and stepped forward. Among them was Flicker, his heart pounding with a mixture of fear and excitement. For the animals of the Whisperwood, these falling stars were a magical occurrence, reminder of the enchantment that permeated their world. But for Flicker, they were more than just a nightly display of wonder. Each falling star represented a chance for adventure, a journey into the unknown. Story concept: The Lost Star and the Brave Little Fox. The story revolves around a small, clever fox named Flicker, who lives in a magical forest where stars fall from the sky every night. One evening, a star falls too close to the forest and gets lost. Flicker, despite being small, embarks on an adventure to find the fallen star, encountering magical creatures like talking trees, dancing fireflies, and even a wise old owl who shares valuable lessons about friendship, bravery, and the importance of helping others. As the journey unfolds, Flicker learns that even the smallest creatures can make a big difference, and that kindness and determination can light the darkest paths. Key themes: bravery in the face of challenges, the importance of helping others, friendship and teamwork, magical, imaginative world building. The story is meant to not only entertain, but also impart valuable life lessons to young viewers, sparking their imaginations and encouraging positive values. I would love to discuss how your AI platform can bring this story to life in an engaging, visually stunning format suitable for children on social media. Looking forward to hearing from you soon. Best regards. Once upon a time, in a mystical realm nestled between rolling hills and a sparkling lake, there lived a small yet incredibly clever fox named Flicker. Unlike his fellow foxes who boasted fiery orange fur, Flicker had fur as white as freshly fallen snow. The other animals often teased him for his pale coloring, calling him names like Casper and Snowball. Despite their taunts, Flicker remained kind-hearted and optimistic. He knew that true friends valued him for who he was, not for the color of his fur. Every night as the sun dipped below the horizon, the sky above the forest came alive with a breathtaking spectacle. One evening, as the forest was bathed in the soft glow of twilight, a particularly bright star blazed across the sky. As the crowd of animals began to disperse, believing the star to be nothing more than a strange and beautiful rock, as Flicker listened, his heart broke for the trapped star. Flicker led the way, his keen senses alert for any danger, while the star, whose name turned out to be Luna, trailed behind him, marveling at the wonders of the forest. The wise old oak, sensing their need for guidance, offered to help Luna return to the sky. Their next challenge lay in a dense thicket of thorny bushes. As the journey continued, the animals of Whisperwood, touched by Flicker's bravery and kindness, rallied together to help the lost star. Finally, after what seemed like an eternity, they reached the edge of the forest. As the first rays of sunlight began to touch the horizon, painting the sky in hues of rose and gold. At that moment, a chorus of voices echoed across the meadow, and Flicker turned to see a multitude of stars descending from the sky. With a final wave of her shimmering tail, Luna launched herself into the air, her ascent taking her closer and closer to the heavens. As the forest awoke to the first blush of dawn, the animals gathered once more, drawn by the sight of the returning stars.